Hello and welcome to our Lancashire Science Festival lives. Today we're going to get a sneak peek at some of the amazing experiments that you will get a chance to see if you come to the Lancashire Science Festival on Saturday this week. If you have any questions while you're watching our experiments, please get in touch. You can contact us using our Facebook or Twitter, which are just on the screen here now. But let's get started with the experiments. I'm here with Dr. Jo. Dr. Jo is going to be showing us one of her favourite experiments. Now, Jo, your background's in biology, isn't it?
Yes, so I did a degree in biology and then I went to do a PhD in environmental microbiology.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I basically looked at the things that live in rock slime.
Rock slime?
Yes.
That sounds pretty glamorous. But this isn't actually a biology or rock slime experiment today, is it?
No, it's not. It's a physics experiment. And we're actually going to be looking at sound waves. And when I say looking at sound waves, we can't see sound waves.
We can hear them.
We can hear them, but we can't see them. So this bit of equipment is called a Rubens Tube, and what it will do is convert the sound waves that we can't see into something that we can. Now, sound waves, when you talk or when you play a musical instrument, all the particles in the air get squashed together and then move further apart, and that's what sets up the sound wave, and it's called a longitudinal wave. And what this does, it converts it into a different type of wave that we can see. Now, when we think about waves, you think about waves on the sea, don't you? And they have that sort of pattern that goes like that. So this is what we should be able to see when we get the Rubens tube actually working, and that's called a transverse wave. Oh. Okay, so shall we light it?
So transverse waves like this?
Transverse waves are the ones that we think about, yeah, like waves on the sea.
So we're going to turn the squashy waves into the transverse waves.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay.
So before we do this, you need to put your goggles on, please.
Of course, safety first.
Safety first. Okay. So if I can just turn the gas on.
So we've got some gas underneath the table here, which we're putting into the tube. Is that right?
It is, yeah. Okay. So the gas is going to fill in the tube, and along the top are a load of little holes. So hopefully what I should be able to do.
Wow.
Fabulous. It's light them.
It's a bit like a hob at home, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. So this is going to help us see sound?
It is, yes.
With fire? I can see why you like this experiment.
Okay, so just going to turn that down a little bit.
So hopefully you can see we've got these little holes and there's flames coming out of each one. Are you just getting it to the level that you think will be right for the music?
So we just need to adjust it down a little bit.
They look good.
So what's going to happen is we're going to play some sounds into the end of this Rubens tube. There's a speaker in the end. And when the air in these sound waves gets squashed together, then it actually forces the gas out of the tube and the flames get higher. So if I play a note. Okay, what we should see, I'm just going to turn it down a bit more.
So what I can see is some of these flames are higher and some of them are lower or they're shorter. So what does it mean when the flames are longer?
When the flames are longer, it means that the sound wave inside, all the particles in the air are squashed together.
Oh,
okay?
I see.
And that pushes the flame up higher. And now what you should be able to see, hopefully, is the wave pattern along those flames.
Yeah, I can. It goes up and down.
And that's our transverse wave.
Fantastic.
Okay, so what we've got at the moment is something called a standing wave, which means that the wave is going all the way to the end of the tube and is reflected back again in exactly the same pattern. So we get this standing wave set up, and we can actually, if we change the note, just like if you change the note on a musical instrument, okay, you can see the waves change. So, actually put it on for a minute. There's two things that you can look at on this, and these are the wavelength and the amplitude. Okay.
So you can see on this side that the waves are higher.
I'll turn it down again. Sorry, technical hitch. There we go. Relight it, hopefully. So I've just turned the volume down, and what you can see with the flames is they've actually got smaller. Okay, and that's called the amplitude. So the volume of the note tells you how high the wave is actually going to be. Switch that up again.
So the amplitude makes the wave higher.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that means that the difference between the big flames and the little flames is more pronounced. Yes. Okay.
It's not lighting again. A few technical difficulties.
Well, maybe if we concentrate on these bits where the flames are working.
Absolutely. So what we can actually do is measure the length of waves as well. So if you've got a peak here and a peak here, the distance between them is actually how long the wavelength is, and that actually tells you which note is playing.
Ah.
So what I'm going to do, I just do that slightly. Okay, try and get these relit, and then would you like to see some dancing flames?
I would love to see some dancing flames.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Depends whether the flames are going to dance for us though.
We'll see. We can get them relit. They're not going. Let's turn this off. Okay.
So we've talked about the wavelength, and so looking at the space between where you have the longest flames and the shortest flames. But did you also say if it's louder, all of the flames get bigger?
They should do.
Okay.
So if we play some nice loud music, here we go, here we go. Got it. Okay. A little bit more. Are we ready for some dancing flames?
I'm ready for some dancing flames for sure.
Okay. Turn up that amplitude.
Okay. And that's to do with the distance between the waves?
The height of the waves.
The height of the waves, okay. That's amazing. I recognise this one.
Yeah. Star Wars.
That was fantastic.
Fabulous.
I never thought I'd see flames dancing to Star Wars or Frozen. So what I noticed was when it was louder, they were jumping up higher, but all of them at the same time.
Absolutely. And because this wasn't a standing wave like it is with our tone generator, we haven't got like one constant note, then that's why we don't always see that wave pattern. But what you can see is the different notes going up and down the tube, and because of the bass and because of the different notes actually in the music, it makes the flames jump up and down.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Jo. So this was one of our favourite experiments from the Lancashire Science Festival. It's our Rubens Tube, allowing us to be able to see sounds, not just hear them. If you've enjoyed this, please join us for the Lancashire Science Festival. It's going to be this Saturday. It's completely free. We're going to have lots and lots of fun things to do all around science and experimenting. Visit the website. It's just on the screen now if you want more details. And if you have any questions about the experiment you've seen, please post them on the Facebook and Twitter that we showed at the start of the broadcast, and we'll be able to answer them. We'll be back at 10:30 for our next experiment, which will be with Dr Kat Tennick. Thank you so much, Jo.
Thank you.
And thank you all so much for watching.